This is a 2024 Toyota Hilux Invincible. It just drove across the Sahara Desert on one tank of fuel, survived a drop from a helicopter, and will still start after being buried in the ocean for 3 hours. It's the truck that built modern Toyota, and if you want to buy one in America, you can't. Not new, not used, not ever. The Toyota Hilux is the most popular pickup truck in history. Over 18 million sold. It's the unofficial vehicle of war zones, safari guides, and that one Australian guy on YouTube who drives to the North Pole. But walk into any Toyota dealership in Texas, literally any of them, and ask for a Hilux, and they'll look at you like you asked for a unicorn that runs on diesel. So why does Toyota sell this truck everywhere except the country that buys the most trucks on Earth? The answer involves frozen chicken, a 25% tax, and a truck that Toyota built specifically to keep the Hilux out. Everyone thinks they know the Hilux from Top Gear. Jeremy Clarkson tried to kill one with fire, water, and a building demolition. It survived. That episode created the myth. The Hilux is indestructible. But here's what Top Gear didn't explain. Why that indestructible truck is illegal to sell new in the United States. The story starts in 1963, not with trucks, with chicken. American farmers were flooding Europe with cheap frozen chicken. France and Germany got mad and slapped tariffs on American poultry. President Lyndon B. Johnson retaliated not with taxes on wine or cheese, but with a 25% tariff on imported light trucks. They called it the chicken tax. And here's the insane part. It never went away. 60 years later, that 25% tariff is still sitting there. If Toyota builds a Hilux in Thailand, which they do, and ships it to Los Angeles, they don't just pay shipping. They pay an extra 25% of the truck's value to the US government. On a $40,000 truck, that's a $10,000 penalty before it even hits the dock. Suddenly, your indestructible Hilux costs more than a Ford F-150 Limited, more than a Ram 1500 TRX. You'd have to be insane to pay that premium for a mid-sized truck, so Toyota doesn't even try. But the chicken tax is only half the story. Because in 1995, Toyota did something that sealed the Hilux's fate forever. They built the Tacoma. The Tacoma wasn't designed in Japan. It was designed in California by engineers who studied American truck buyers. They found that Americans don't want a truck that can survive a helicopter drop. We want cup holders. We want a quiet cabin. We want a touchscreen that connects to our phones, and seats that don't feel like park benches. The Hilux is built for places where the nearest mechanic is 200 miles away. It's simple, because simple doesn't break. The frame is overbuilt. The engine is understressed. It has solid axles and leaf springs, because coilovers snap when you're hauling goats through the Andes. But American buyers wanted coilovers. We wanted independent front suspension and leather seats, and a V6 that makes 278 horsepower. So Toyota gave us the Tacoma, a truck built in San Antonio, Texas, free from the chicken tax, and designed specifically to make the Hilux obsolete in America. It worked. The Tacoma became the best-selling mid-size truck in America for 18 straight years. Last year alone, Toyota moved over 230,000 Tacomas. Why would they import a Hilux and compete with their own success story? They wouldn't. The Tacoma exists specifically so Toyota never has to sell the Hilux here. But here's where it gets weird. The Tacoma and the Hilux used to be the same truck. In the 1980s and early 90s, the Toyota pickup sold in America was basically a Hilux with a different badge. You could buy a 1994 Toyota pickup that was 90% Hilux DNA. And then, in 1995, the split happened. The Tacoma got bigger, softer, more American. The Hilux stayed tough, basic, more global. And as safety regulations got stricter in the US, the Hilux fell further behind. Modern Hilux models aren't designed to pass American crash tests. They don't have the right airbags, the right bumper heights, the right pedestrian safety standards. To sell a Hilux in America today, Toyota would have to redesign the entire platform. New crash structures, new emissions equipment, new safety electronics. We're talking hundreds of millions of dollars in engineering costs. For what? To sell 20,000 trucks a year to internet fanboys who saw it on YouTube. The math doesn't work. Even if Toyota wanted to, which they don't, the investment would never pay off. The Tacoma already owns the niche. The Tundra covers full size. There's no room for a third truck that costs more to build and sells for less profit. But there's a loophole. And it's the most American loophole imaginable. Remember that 1963 chicken tax? It only applies to new vehicles. Once a car turns 25 years old, it becomes a classic and the tariff disappears. That's why you see 1990s Hilux trucks at Cars and Coffee in California. That's why there's a small but obsessive community of guys importing JDM Hilux Surfs, basically 4Runners with Hilux beds, from Japan. A 1998 Toyota Hilux? Legal. A 2002 Hilux? Federal crime. it's backwards. The US government will let you drive a 30-year-old truck with no airbags, no ABS, and emission standards from the Clinton administration. But a brand new Hilux with modern safety tech and a hybrid engine? Banned. Because chicken. And here's the kicker. Toyota is about to make this even more painful. They've announced an electric Hilux. Battery power, instant torque, zero emissions. The perfect truck for American EV buyers who are currently buying Ford Lightnings and Cybertrucks. But Toyota has zero plans to sell it here. Same problem. Same tariff? Same Tacoma sitting in the showroom next door. No, let's be honest about something. The internet loves to say, Toyota should just sell the Hilux here. They'd sell millions. No, they wouldn't. They'd sell thousands, maybe tens of thousands. And they'd lose money on every single one. American truck buyers are spoiled. We want heated steering wheels and 14-speaker sound systems and adaptive cruise control. The Hilux has crank windows in the base model. We want 60 in 6 seconds. The Hilux diesel takes 12 seconds and sounds like a tractor. We want trucks that drive like luxury cars. The Hilux drives like a truck. The Tacoma is the compromise. It's 80% as capable as a Hilux off-road, but 200% more comfortable on the highway. And for 99% of American buyers, that's the right math. But for that 1%, the overlanders, the expedition guys, the I want a truck that will outlive my grandchildren crowd, the Hilux remains forbidden fruit. You can watch the YouTube videos. You can read the forum posts. You can even import a 25-year-old one and deal with the right-hand drive weirdness. But you can't walk into a dealership and buy the most reliable truck ever built because of chicken. Because of tariffs. Because Toyota built something better for Americans, even if better means softer, quieter, and slightly less likely to survive an artillery strike. The Hilux isn't just banned in America. It was replaced by a truck that understands us better than we understand ourselves. And that's probably the most American ending this story could have. So here's the question. If Toyota found a way to sell the Hilux here for the same price as a Tacoma, same warranty, same dealer support, would you actually buy one? Or would you still pick the softer, more comfortable Tacoma? Let me know in the comments. And if you've ever driven a Hilux overseas, tell us what we Americans are actually missing.